Imagine standing on the edge of the known, peering into a realm where science and mysticism converge. A realm that challenges what we accept as real and invites us to question the boundaries of perception itself. The declassified CIA document on the Gateway Process opens a door to this realm, blending decades of research into consciousness with ancient philosophies that echo through time. It's as if someone peeled back the veil that separates the tangible from the intangible, offering a glimpse into dimensions far beyond the reach of our senses. The Gateway Process isn't merely a scientific exploration, it's a guide to transcending the limits of ordinary experience. It maps a path where consciousness is no longer tethered to the physical world, but becomes an expansive, dynamic force. Through techniques like out-of-body experiences and hemispheric synchronization, it provides tools to traverse planes of existence we often dismiss as fantasy. It's a meeting point of Einstein's theories and Eastern spirituality, where the mechanics of quantum physics intertwine with the wisdom of ancient sages. Imagine detaching your awareness from the confines of your body, feeling yourself rise, weightless, as if you were a feather carried by an unseen breeze. This isn't a dream or a metaphor, it's the out-of-body experience, a cornerstone of the Gateway Process. It invites practitioners to step outside their physical shell and explore alternate realities where time and space blur and new perspectives unfold. The mind becomes a traveler, free to move through dimensions that were once thought to be inaccessible. Achieving this state, however, requires preparation. The process isn't as simple as wishing yourself into another realm. It's a deliberate practice, beginning with hemispheric synchronization. By using sound patterns designed to align the brain's hemispheres, the mind can reach a level of coherence that facilitates deep relaxation. This state of balance and calm allows consciousness to loosen its grip on the physical world, setting the stage for transcendence. Yet, the journey isn't without challenges. For many, the fear of letting go, of surrendering the familiar, is a significant barrier. What happens when you step beyond the limits of your body? The uncertainty can be paralyzing. But the Gateway Process addresses this, offering gradual training that helps practitioners build trust in the experience. Through visualization and practice, the mind learns to navigate these new realms with confidence, easing the transition and reducing the fear of the unknown. Returning to physical reality after such an experience can be disorienting. It's like waking from a dream that felt more real than the waking world. The Gateway Process equips practitioners with techniques to anchor themselves, ensuring a smoother re-entry. Over time, this back and forth between dimensions becomes second nature, and the line between what we consider real and what we once deemed impossible begins to blur. The exploration of consciousness through the Gateway Process reveals something profound. We are not confined to the boundaries of our physical selves. When freed from these limitations, the mind uncovers layers of reality that challenge our understanding of existence itself. This isn't just about personal growth or spiritual enlightenment. It's a redefinition of what it means to be human, a reminder that our essence is far more expansive than we realize. And yet, even as we reach beyond the physical, we must confront the filters of our perception. Our minds, shaped by beliefs, memories, and emotions, color what we experience. This means that what we perceive in these altered states may not always be pure or untainted by our inner world. The Gateway Process acknowledges this and provides tools to refine our perception, helping us distinguish between genuine insights and the echoes of our subconscious. What's remarkable is how this study bridges the gap between the most advanced scientific theories and the timeless teachings of spiritual traditions. Quantum physics suggests that reality is not as solid as it appears. It's a dance of energies, a holographic interplay where each part reflects the whole. This aligns with the teachings of Buddhism, Hinduism, and other spiritual paths, which have long described reality as interconnected and fluid. Consider the idea of universal consciousness, a field of awareness that links all living beings. This concept is mirrored in the theories of scientists who propose that our minds might tap into a collective field of energy and information. It's as if science and spirituality are converging on the same truth, each offering its lens to understand the greater whole. By exploring these connections, the gateway process invites us to view consciousness not as a byproduct of the brain, but as a force that transcends it. This shift in perspective opens the door to profound possibilities, influencing reality, connecting with others on a deeper level, and accessing knowledge that exists beyond the confines of time and space. The techniques outlined in the gateway process are not merely theoretical. They're practical tools designed to help individuals harness the full potential of their minds. Synchronizing brainwaves, inducing relaxation, and using self-suggestion are all methods that enable practitioners to explore these altered states with precision. It's a disciplined approach to a mystical journey, one that blends the rigor of science with the awe of spiritual discovery. As you progress, the boundaries of your understanding begin to dissolve. You start to perceive the interconnectedness of all things, a web of energy and awareness that unites the universe. This isn't just an intellectual realization, it's a visceral experience that reshapes your sense of self and your place in the cosmos. The gateway process reminds us that our potential is vast, that the limits we perceive are often self-imposed. By daring to step into the unknown, we not only expand our consciousness, but also transform our lives. It's a journey of discovery, one that takes us to the edge of reality and beyond, revealing that the mysteries of the universe are as much within us as they are around us. The journey into the gateway process continues, deepening as we begin to see how its practices uncover layers of existence we rarely access. The process is not merely a tool set for altered states. It's an invitation to step into the vast, uncharted territories of our own consciousness. Every step forward challenges our assumptions about what is possible, guiding us into realms where thought and reality intermingle. One of the central components of this practice is the understanding and manipulation of brainwave states. Our minds operate on different frequencies, and each state corresponds to a unique mode of perception. When we are alert and focused, our brains are in a beta state. When we relax, we descend into alpha waves, and as we move deeper into meditation or sleep, we encounter theta and delta waves. The gateway process goes even further, introducing a state called the lambda wave, a frequency theorized to connect us to higher realms of consciousness, where time and space collapse into a singular experience of unity. Achieving this state requires precision, which is where hemispheric synchronization comes into play. Our brains are naturally divided into two hemispheres, each with distinct roles. The left is analytical and logical, while the right is intuitive and creative. When these two hemispheres operate in harmony, their combined power creates a resonance that allows us to transcend ordinary thought. This synchronization is induced using binaural beats, two slightly different sound frequencies played into each ear. The brain, attempting to reconcile the difference, generates a third frequency, guiding us into the desired brainwave state. As the brain begins to synchronize, a deep sense of calm and clarity emerges. The mind becomes fertile ground for exploration, unencumbered by the distractions of daily life. This state is not unlike the calm surface of a still lake, perfectly reflective, open to glimpses of what lies beneath. In this clarity, the boundaries between the physical and the metaphysical blur, and the mind gains access to dimensions that were once hidden. The techniques employed by the gateway process are designed to make these experiences repeatable and controllable. Visualization exercises play a key role, training the mind to imagine the body separating from itself. Picture yourself rising gently, as though a weight has been lifted, drifting upward without effort. The more vividly you can imagine this, the more your subconscious aligns with the experience, enabling the mind to actually project beyond the physical shell. What lies beyond is a mystery that has fascinated seekers throughout history. Mystics and shamans have described landscapes of light, beings of immense wisdom, and a connection to an infinite source of knowledge. While modern science may hesitate to validate these accounts, the gateway process provides a structured method to explore them. It's not about proving or disproving, it's about experiencing firsthand what consciousness is capable of when it is unbound. And yet, even as the mind soars, challenges remain. Fear often acts as a gatekeeper, particularly during the initial stages. The thought of leaving the body, even temporarily, can trigger primal anxieties. What if I can't return? What if I encounter something I'm not prepared for? These fears are valid but surmountable. The gateway process teaches practitioners to embrace these moments with curiosity rather than resistance. Fear, when acknowledged and understood, becomes a doorway rather than a barrier. One of the most profound aspects of the process is its potential to reshape how we see ourselves. When we experience our consciousness outside the physical body, we come face to face with the realization that we are more than flesh and bone. We are energy, awareness, and intention. This realization doesn't just expand our understanding of reality, it redefines it. Suddenly, the stresses and limitations of daily life feel smaller, less significant, as we glimpse the vastness of what lies beyond. But the process isn't merely about exploration, it's about integration. The knowledge gained from these experiences must be brought back, woven into the fabric of our lives. This is where the practice of journaling becomes invaluable. After each session, practitioners are encouraged to write down their experiences, their emotions, and their insights. Over time, patterns emerge, offering a roadmap of the inner landscape. These records serve as a reminder that the journey isn't about escaping reality, it's about enhancing it. As the mind becomes more adept at navigating these states, new abilities begin to surface. Some report enhanced intuition, as if their minds have tapped into a reservoir of knowledge that was always present but inaccessible. Others describe a heightened sense of empathy, an ability to connect with others on a profound level. These are not supernatural powers. They are natural extensions of a consciousness that has been freed from its limitations. The gateway process also emphasizes the interconnectedness of all things. When we travel beyond the boundaries of our individual selves, we begin to see the threads that link us to everyone and everything. This awareness fosters a deep sense of unity, a recognition that the separation we perceive in daily life is an illusion. It's as if we've been looking at the world through a keyhole, and now the door has been opened. And yet, with this newfound awareness comes responsibility. The process reminds us that the power of consciousness is not to be taken lightly. It is a tool for growth, healing, and understanding, not for control or manipulation. Those who walk this path are encouraged to do so with humility, recognizing that the journey is as much about unlearning as it is about discovery. The gateway process is more than a method, it is an invitation to step into a reality where the extraordinary becomes possible. It is a bridge between science and spirituality, a reminder that the human mind is both a seeker and a creator. As we continue to explore its depths, we are reminded that the journey of consciousness is infinite, and each step forward brings us closer to understanding who we truly are. As you deepen your exploration of the gateway process, the subtle nuances of the journey become more apparent. This isn't just about extraordinary experiences or momentary glimpses into higher realms of consciousness. It's about transformation. The more you engage with the techniques, the more you begin to notice the ripple effects in your everyday life. What starts as a practice of synchronization, visualization, and projection evolves into a way of being, a perspective shift that touches every part of your existence. One of the profound realizations that emerges through this process is the malleability of time. In the altered states accessed through the gateway process, time ceases to flow in the linear way we are accustomed to. Moments stretch, compress, or even overlap, creating a sense of timelessness. This isn't just an abstract concept, it's something you can feel. Imagine being in a moment that seems to expand infinitely, allowing you to experience every detail with unparalleled clarity. Conversely, you might find yourself leaping through time, accessing past events or glimpsing potential futures. This fluidity of time connects to the concept of non-locality in quantum physics, which posits that particles can influence one another instantaneously across vast distances. Similarly, in the realms of expanded consciousness, events and experiences are not bound by the usual constraints of space and time. You might find yourself recalling a memory not just as an observer, but as a participant, reliving it with all the emotions and sensations intact. Alternatively, you might gain insights about events yet to come, not as a prediction, but as a possibility waiting to unfold. As you navigate these realms, the sense of self begins to transform. The boundaries that once defined you, your body, your identity, your personal history, start to dissolve. What remains is a pure, unfiltered awareness, a connection to something far greater than the individual self. This is where the teachings of ancient spiritual traditions align with the findings of modern science. Both speak of a universal field, an interconnected web of energy and consciousness that we are all a part of. In Hinduism, this is referred to as Brahman, the ultimate reality that underlies all existence. In Buddhism, it is the concept of emptiness, the idea that everything is interconnected and interdependent. These spiritual insights mirror the discoveries of quantum physics, where reality is understood as a dynamic interplay of energy fields rather than fixed, isolated objects. The gateway process allows you to experience this interconnectedness firsthand. You begin to see yourself not as a separate entity, but as a thread in the vast tapestry of existence. But with this realization comes a challenge. How do you integrate these profound experiences into your daily life? It's one thing to touch the infinite in a meditative state. It's another to carry that awareness into the mundane tasks of everyday living. This is where the gateway process offers guidance. Journaling becomes a cornerstone of this integration, helping you articulate and anchor the insights gained during your sessions. Each entry becomes a stepping stone, a way to map the uncharted territories of your mind and bring their treasures into the tangible world. Over time, these insights begin to reshape your priorities. The things that once consumed your attention, stress, petty conflicts, material desires, start to lose their grip. You realize that many of the limitations you once felt were self-imposed, products of a mind trapped in linear thinking. Now, with an expanded perspective, you see possibilities where before there were only obstacles. This shift doesn't just change how you see the world, it changes how you interact with it. Relationships take on a new depth as well. When you recognize the interconnectedness of all things, it becomes harder to hold on to judgments or grievances. You see others not just as separate individuals, but as reflections of the same universal consciousness that animates you. This doesn't mean you tolerate harmful behavior, but it does mean you approach others with greater empathy and understanding. The boundaries between self and other blur, revealing a shared humanity that fosters compassion. The process also heightens your awareness of energy, not just in the metaphysical sense, but in the way it flows through your body, your thoughts, and your surroundings. You start to notice the subtle shifts in your mood, the way certain environments uplift or drain you, and the impact of your own energy on others. This heightened awareness becomes a tool for navigating the world with greater intention. You learn to protect your energy, to cultivate spaces that support your growth, and to align your actions with your deeper values. As these changes take root, a sense of purpose begins to emerge. The gateway process isn't just about personal transformation. It's about aligning with a larger cosmic purpose. The insights you gain are not just for you. They're part of a broader awakening, a contribution to the collective consciousness. This realization can be both humbling and empowering. You see that your journey, while deeply personal, is also part of something far greater. For many, this sense of purpose manifests as a desire to serve others, to share the insights and tools that have transformed their own lives. This might take the form of teaching, creating, or simply being a source of inspiration for those around you. Whatever form it takes, it's driven by a deep understanding that we are all connected, and that by uplifting others, we uplift ourselves. Yet, even as you embrace this larger purpose, the gateway process reminds you to stay grounded. It's easy to get lost in the allure of altered states and mystical experiences, but true mastery lies in the ability to balance these explorations with the responsibilities of daily life. This balance is what makes the transformation sustainable. It's not about escaping reality, it's about enriching it. The journey through the gateway process is one of discovery, growth, and integration. It's a reminder that the boundaries we perceive are often self-imposed, and that by stepping beyond them, we can access a reality that is infinitely richer and more expansive. This isn't just a process for the mind, it's a process for the soul, a way to reconnect with the deepest truths of existence, and to live in alignment with them. In this alignment, we find not just transformation, but transcendence,